Yo guys, what is going on? It's Lukey here and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I've got you guys the top 10 loadouts that you should be using on Warzone right now. These can be used on Rebirth or Caldera, it doesn't really matter. Personally, I've been using these on Rebirth mainly, but you could use these on Caldera if you guys want to. Let's get straight into it. If you enjoy, subscribe for more. I'm doing a 5,000 COD point giveaway whenever I hit 80,000 subscribers, so to enter, just subscribe, notifications on, leave a like and comment saying you want to enter. So the first gun in this video is going to be the Weld Gun, and this is definitely one of the top SMGs in the game right now. Let's get straight into the loadout. So first of all, we have the recoil booster. This is going to increase the fire rate. And then we have the shrouded barrel. This is going to increase the damage range and also just make the weapon more accurate. We then have the skeletal underbarrel. This is going to increase the ADS time, which is very, very good, especially on an SMG. All of the other ones basically just control recoil. So if you wanted to, just to have a little bit more accuracy, you could swap out this attachment with maybe the hand stop or maybe the strife angled if you want a little bit more accuracy. But if you want it just to be a little bit more faster, you could just use this one. It's my favorite and I do think it's the best one. For the magazine, you're going to want to use the 64 round mag, and you want to partner that with the hollow point ammunition type. All of the other ammo types are pretty much pointless. The only good ones at the moment are hollow point for close range weapons and lengthened if you're using a long range weapon. For the sight, you're going to want to use slate reflector. This is my favorite sight. You could just use the iron sights if you want to, or you can experiment with any of the other sights. It's completely up to you what optic you want to use. There is also some different variations of iron sights right at the bottom, the GW02 and 03. These are different iron sights, so if you want to, you could experiment with these. I like to use the different iron sights sometimes, but it's up to you. Everyone has a different preference on what sight they prefer. And then we're going to be having the fabric grip, which increases the ADS time and also the sprint to fire speed, hip fire accuracy, all of that good stuff, just making it good at close range. And then finally for the perks, we have acrobatic for the movement speed, and then we have quick for the movement speed as well. So this right here is the full loadout. Go ahead and screenshot if you guys want to, or just quickly take a photo, whatever you want to do, or just quickly copy it, because this class is honestly one of the best SMGs to use right now. Let's get straight into the next loadout. Alright, so next up we have the Owen Gun. This is another top SMG right now. These two SMGs, the Weld Gun and the Owen Gun, they are definitely two of the best right now. Let's get into the attachments. So once again, we have the recoil booster increasing the fire rate, and then we have the shrouded barrel, which is going to increase the limb damage, bullet velocity, and it's also going to make this have less damage fall off at long range, which is really, really nice. So even if the enemy is, you know, like medium distance away from you, you're still going to have quite high damage, so the time to kill stays quite consistent even at those long ranges, which is really, really good for an SMG because it can outgun other weapons at those medium ranges as well. So this is a very, very good attachment to use. And we have the same skeletal underbarrel, but once again, if you do want a little bit more accuracy, because this weapon can have a little bit of recoil, you can stick on the hand stop if you want to control the recoil a little bit easier. We then have the 72 round drum. Make sure it is this one, the Gorenko one, and not the other one, because this doesn't do anything, but this one right here increases the fire rate and the accuracy. You want to partner that with the hollow point attachment, just like the last weapon. Once again, all the other ones are pretty much pointless, so make sure to pretty much all SMGs just use the hollow point one. It increases the damage, which is great. Fabric grip, once again, for the increased ADS time, sprint to fire speed, and all of that good stuff. And then we have remove stock, acrobatic, and quick. Once again, these last four attachments here are basically just going to make this weapon have very, very nice mobility, and it is a pretty nice class. So for the optic, you can use the slate reflector if you want to, but some people like to use a different optic because this sight, the magazine on this weapon is massive, so it kind of gets in the way of your screen. It takes up like half the screen whenever you ADS. So what you can do is actually use the slate optic here and then toggle it to the smaller optic, and then it basically makes it so the magazine is no longer taking up half of your screen. So it's definitely something you can try out if you wish. This is the full loadout. Let's get on to the next one. Next weapon in this video is going to be the Modern Warfare MP5. I had to include this weapon. A lot of people aren't really using this anymore, but I've been using it a ton on Rebirth and it just feels great. So you want to use the subsonic integral suppressor. This is the best barrel to use. Make sure you are using this one. A lot of people make the mistake of using the monolithic suppressor on this, but you actually want to use the subsonic integral suppressor. It does the same, but it's even better. Next up, you want to use the 5mm laser, and you want to partner this with the Merc foregrip. This is going to, both of these attachments basically just increase the recoil accuracy and also the hipfire accuracy, which is obviously very important on this specific build because it is a hipfire build. We then have the 45 round mags, and the final attachment is the collapsible stock, increasing the mobility, and that is it for the full loadout. Let's get on to the next one. Alright, so next up we have the Vargo 52. If you want to know how to unlock this weapon in Warzone only, I did post a video on it a couple of days ago, so go ahead and check my channel if you want to watch that video. I show an in-depth guide on how to unlock it in only Warzone with no multiplayer. But this right now is definitely a top assault rifle. It is very good. So you want to use the Grau suppressor for the increased accuracy, the Task Force barrel for the increased accuracy and also range. You then want to use the Spetnus grip for the increased accuracy again. And then the 60 round mag, or you can use the 45 round mag. The 60 round mag is going to have a slower ADS but more ammo, and the 45 mag is going to have a fast ADS but less ammo, so it's up to you. And then we have the Axle 3 times. Just look at the stats on this weapon. The damage is crazy high, the accuracy is pretty high, and the range is also pretty high. The control is high, the mobility is a little slow, but it is an assault rifle, and it honestly is definitely a top assault rifle right now. Alright, so next up we have the Grau 556. I love this weapon. It is a laser beam. I had to include it. Let's get into the class. So we have the monolithic suppressor for the sound suppression and damage range. And then we have the Tempest Archangel barrel. Make sure to use this one. It gives you a really nice iron sight, and it does do the best for the stats. So it increases the range, bullet velocity, and the recoil. Back laser for the increased ADS and aiming stability. And then we have Commando foregrip and the 60 round mag. If you want to, you can take the tack laser off, and I see a lot of people use the VLK 3 times optic instead, but I don't think it's really needed. I like to use the tack laser much more, but if you struggle with being accurate, you could use the 3 times because it will be more accurate with the 3 times. But the tack laser, the iron sights on this weapon, I just love it, and the tack laser just increases the mobility, and this is my favorite class right here for the Grau. Alright, next up we have the Cooper Carbine. This is definitely one of my favorite Vanguard assault rifles. It is definitely up there with a lot of the assault rifles. I absolutely love this thing. It's really good for a sniper support as well. Very good time to kill, very low accuracy, very good range, and it's all around a great weapon. So we have the Mercury silencer for the horizontal recoil control, and then we have the Cooper Custom barrel, which is going to also increase the accuracy of this weapon and also the fire rate as well. You're going to want to use the hand stop on this specific weapon because we are using it as a long range weapon or a medium range weapon, so you want to make it accurate as you can. 45 round mag for the damage and bullet penetration, or you could use the 60 round drums instead. The 60 round drums is going to have less damage but faster fire rate, faster ADS, and also be more accurate, and it's going to have more ammo. The 45 round mag is going to increase the damage, it's also going to increase the range, but it's going to decrease the accuracy and also all of the mobility. So it's going to decrease the fire rate, ADS, and movement speed, but it depends what you really want. If you want a super accurate build, you can use this one. Or if you want a build that kills a little bit faster, but it has a little bit more recoil, you can use this one. I prefer this one if you want to know. Partner this with the lengthened ammo type for the extra bullet velocity. And then the stippled grip tape for the increased recoil recovery and initial firing recoil control. You could use any optic of your choice, but I like to use the 2.5 times optic. It is up to you though, whatever you want to use, feel free to play around with them and see what you like. And then we want to use the 45 RS stock, which is going to increase the initial firing recoil, ADS time, and recoil recovery, basically just making this weapon very accurate. And then we have tight grip and then fully loaded. Tight grip is going to increase the accuracy once again, and fully loaded is going to give you maximum starting ammo. That right there is the full loadout. Let's go on to the next one. Next up we have the XM4, which is a really nice Black Ops Cold War XM4. Like, it's just, oh, it's lovely. This is such a good assault rifle right now. Let's get into the class. So we have the agency suppressor increasing the accuracy, vertical recoil control, range, all of that kind of stuff. We have the task force barrel also doing pretty much the same. The axle 3 times increasing the accuracy, and it's a super clean sight to use for long range. Field agent 60 round, not really much to say about this weapon, but it is a beamer. It's great on Rebirth Island, and let's go on to the next class. The next loadout is going to be the Kar98k. This is my favorite sniper in the game. It is you know, it's been the king of snipers for such a long time. Let's get into the class. Then we have the 27.6-inch barrel. This is going to increase the damage range again. Tac laser increasing the ADS time and also the steadiness and stability of the weapon. Sniper scope and the precision comb stock increasing the stability again, making this weapon very accurate. It is a great sniper, so give it a go if you haven't yet, but I'm pretty sure everyone's already tried this at least once. And next up we have the Cold War AK47. This is a great assault rifle. It is one of the highest KD assault rifles in the game right now, and it feels amazing. Let's get into the class. It's pretty much the exact same build as the XM4, so yeah, not really much to say about it once again, because there's only 5 attachments. Make sure you are using this magazine and not the 60 magazine. A lot of people make the mistake of using 60. But if you have 60 on, it makes the ADS way too slow. It takes forever to aim down sight. Just stick on 45, it's plenty of bullets, it's enough to kill a whole entire team, and you're going to have fast ADS, so make sure to stick it on. Do not use the 60, it's way too slow. And finally, the 10th weapon in this video is the Automaton. This is a beamer, let's get into it. We have the Mercury silencer increasing the accuracy and the sound suppression. We have the Anastasia sniper barrel increasing the accuracy once again. Then we have the 2.5 times optic increasing the accuracy, and it's just a super clean scope for the assault rifles. And then we're going to be using the Emperor stock, which is going to increase the initial firing recoil and the ADS time, etc. The hand stock barrel increasing the recoil control. 75 round magazine, the lengthened ammo type, fabric grip, tight grip, and then fully loaded. So these are all of the best attachments to use on this weapon. It's a really good assault rifle, kind of underrated. It is used by a lot of people, but a lot of people still sleep on it, I think. I really do think it's a very good assault rifle, especially after the most recent updates. Make sure to give it a go if you haven't yet. This is the full loadout. That is the 10 classes. Subscribe for more. We're on the road to 80k. I'd appreciate it so much if you guys could subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.